What is up, everybody? It's time for a brand new episode of the Rock for Him podcast. I'm Jeremy, your host, aka the Big Boy, and with me are my two bros, Riker number two, not not Nyland. What's up, bro?
How's how's it going? It is good. I'm tired. I just flew back from South Carolina today, but
Oh,
you know, tired, but this made it worth it to be awake and aware for tonight. So, super excited.
absolutely. We're glad you're back. And my other co-host, my brother in Christ, my right hand man. This is Jason Sanchez Bukowski. How's it going, bro?
Going good. Like I've been just excited for this entire show just all day today. I've been like, come on, 8 o'clock.
I know, right? Well, our guest needs no introduction, but we're going to do it anyways. It's been a couple years, but this is our good friends Reclaim the Day. Guys, how's it going?
Woo!
It's
Great. How are
going.
you
It's going.
guys?
Fantastic.
Long time no see. Oh, wait, I saw you guys last year.
True.
Oh, that is true.
Still, it has been too long though.
Yes,
Yeah.
it has. It has. So
So
what's new with you guys?
A lot. A lot's new. We just, I know we've been quiet for a while, but just a lot's been happening. He joined the National Guard. Now he's currently, there are a lot of things going on with that. And so we just have been kind of dealing with that. I've been dealing with some health stuff. We're just kind of we took a back seat, but now we're back, and we're coming out swinging. And I think we're finally in a position where we're able to release new music and go out and do shows again, and it's a huge blessing. So
Yeah,
uh,
praise God for that. I
yes.
mean, yes, very excited to be able to talk to you guys tonight. As we mentioned earlier, I haven't officially met you guys yet because I'm fairly new. And I also mentioned a second ago that I just flew back from South Carolina, and a part of me was like, I'm tired. I haven't missed in a while. I could probably just let the other guys do it tonight. And then I was reminded that we were interviewing you guys tonight, and I said, I am not missing that for anything because
Heck
seriously,
yeah.
you guys
Let's
have
go.
become one of my absolute favorite Christian metal bands in
oh
recent years.
wow,
Really?
thank
I
you.
listen to
Dude.
you
Hi.
guys probably every day.
I
Thank you
I
so
really
much.
appreciate that. Thank you
Yeah,
so
I
much.
appreciate you guys, and I appreciate being able to talk to you today. I just want to let you know that I'm a huge fan of your music, so
Thank
Dude,
you.
that
Thank you.
really means a lot. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
I'm glad you like it. That's awesome. I hope you like the new stuff. We got some fun stuff coming out soon
we
too.
do. We do have
I'm
Can't
great
wait.
stuff.
so then tell us a little bit about you have some new stuff coming out.
Always point to me. Hey, Evan, why don't you
Li-
explain? You know.
Well, yeah, we have a new song, June 13th, called Hope Remains. And it's a good one. It's a banger. So yeah, we're excited for that one for sure.
Oh yeah. So something that like on the bit more technical side of things, I'm happy about it because we did all the tracking ourselves in house, and it turned out great. Saved us a lot of money too, which was amazing. I know everything's expensive nowadays, so like that was a huge win for us. But we're finally to a point where we can do that, and it still sounds great. But from like a track count perspective, this thing was like well over 100 tracks that went into the song just for all the layers that we dumped into it.
Wow.
So like just hearing how all of it stacked up, and we had a really good friend of ours mix it over in San Antonio, and like I'm just blown away. It's fantastic. It has turned out so good. I'm really excited for you guys to hear it.
I think overall, just the team that we have, just kind of working behind the scenes, is just working so hard, and we're just so blessed to be able to have that team, like where one person works on something, and so I'm not going crazy. All three of us aren't
I
going
mean,
crazy
it's
doing
it's
something.
hard to go crazy when you're already there.
That's,
Yeah, yeah. I
I
was
mean, if
literally
I'm
gonna
crazy
say the
enough
same thing.
to dye my hair weird colors, then it's got to be
See, I
something.
went too far. I went blue, and then everything just whoosh, gone.
Yeah.
Well, Marcus, first I want to say thank you for your service. Like that is awesome. I
Appreciate it.
appreciate you so
Thank,
much. So
We're
thank you.
so proud of you, Marcus.
thank you guys. That means a lot.
And Riker, you know what? As awesome as these guys are here on Zoom,
when you get to like hang out with them in person, they're gonna make fun of you so badly.
Yep.
It'll be her.
I
And
need it. It keeps me humble.
I feel that. I feel it. That's why I
I'm the
married
nice
her. Yeah.
one. I don't.
and just ask Logan a few stories about Becca and her driving skills. And
Oh boy.
It's brought up in so
It's
many
not
different
good.
interviews.
It's not good.
Hey, she's done it again since the last
Oh
time.
my goodness.
Oh, no.
We're gonna
It-
talk
Oh
about
my
this.
gosh.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, because literally right after it happened, he's like, "I gotta call Logan," and I was like, "Don't." You will never let me hear the end of this.
Forgot about this.
Mhm.
Yeah, you didn't hear about it because I told him not to. I was like,
Yeah.
"Don't say that," because I know I'd never hear the end of it. Look, sometimes I just don't realize some roads are one ways, and I didn't see the sign, and I just drive down them, and it just so happens
It happens. It happens.
I don't see everything. That's why I wear glasses. Although I'm not wearing them now, but still.
oh man. And for those watching, you can tell that we're like family here. I mean, when we
are.
have these guys on, it's like we know that we can make these jokes and they're gonna laugh just as hard as we do.
Yep.
100%.
these
100%.
Yes.
That's what we're all about.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us what's up. I mean, I know you guys talked about the new song. You guys have been off for a while. Becca, I know you said you had some health problems. How are you doing? Like you feel
Yeah. It's kind of a roller coaster. You know, we've had a crying kid, so we're gonna, you know,
Yeah.
crying
Sorry
kids are
about that.
awesome.
Yes.
He's been a little cranky. He's been a little sick. We have a almost 4-year-old now, and it's kind of crazy. So that's been one thing. All right. So, but he, you know, just dealing with that. After tour with Zana last year, I unfortunately had a seizure, and it just from there my health kind of took a turn for the worse. And I went on this long road of recovery to, and it wasn't just like the seizure that caused everything, although it didn't help, you know. See, it's not like it helps, but it was one of those things where it just kind of one thing led to another, and I made a lot of hospital visits. And, you know, I did a lot with my health, and I'm back on the road to recovery, feeling better than I have in a while. And, you know, I'm feeling to go back at it. Seizures are doing great, like not having many at all. And just, you know, trying to take better care of myself, because I think the biggest message, and that's this last season, was like, you get too busy. Sometimes we get too busy. We don't take care of ourselves, and we kind of get past that self-care, and you're like, oh, yeah. Then you wake up and realize that caught up to me, and that was kind of one of those things where I probably should have taken better care of myself. And then then God was like, yeah, now you have to. So it was like, yeah. So I just, I took some time off, and took some time for family. I've got some family health things going on as well, and it's been crazy life situation. But you know, I'm ready to just head back out there and see what God's got for RTD next, for sure.
We are excited for that also. Like
Yeah, we are.
like Riker said, like I think I listen to your music almost every day, at least one song from you guys every single day. So, you know, I'm excited to get some new stuff.
I mean, we're excited to get it to you. I mean, I'm just glad that you can listen to the same 5-6 songs like for
You know,
3
it's
years. I mean, that's incredible for you, you guys.
but with your guys' music, there's something about it. Like you get something out of each song different each time you listen to it.
Yeah.
Like it's really deep if you dig into the lyrics. So you know,
It also
that's-
helps to have an obsessive personality. So
Yeah.
Right time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
for sure. Logan, what's going on with you? You cut off the long, luscious hair. You're not so princess-like anymore. I mean,
Yeah, a little bit. I just wanted to try something a little different. And I don't know how much you can tell, but yeah, I got a little bit of blue in my hair too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Careful, you might end up like me.
oh, I hope not.
I know. I hope that for you too. I miss mine.
So what's been going on with you, brother? Like, what have you been up to?
Oh, you know, I know Becca and Trey have recently been doing this as well, but I recently just started training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well as Muay Thai kickboxing at a gym here in Lafayette.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Nice.
it's been really awesome. I've been loving it a lot. In
Awesome.
in our photo shoot, I don't know if Becca ever said anything, but we all took pictures in our jiu-jitsu gis, which was super cool. So uh, maybe
That's awesome.
she'll have to send those over to you guys.
Yeah, that photo will come out soon. I just have been really slow. This last week has been so busy, and
It has been a pretty busy one.
I'm
It's been
still
good though. It's been really
so
good.
tired. That's why I'm drinking an energy drink.
I'm
Brought
drinking
to you
Death
by
Wish coffee at the moment.
Rockstar. Okay, so
Hey, if we're doing sponsorships, Death Wish
I'm just
Coffee, hit me up. I'll drink it every time. I promise. I will. I've got a video coming out on them soon.
no, you already
I know.
put it out.
Oh, we did.
Yes.
Check it
It's
out.
on
It's on
Ko-Fi.
Ko-Fi.
So I know you guys recently switched from Patreon to Kofi. What was up with that?
So the switch was we were kind of exploring different options. We had our team look into this, and it was kind of decided Patreon was really kind of taking a lot of money, and they do take a lot of money from artists.
That is true.
And
That is true.
it really sucks. So we were trying to find a platform that was good to give back to our fans, but also didn't take so much of the money from the artists and our fans, because some of our fans, like starting out, even like it took some money from them. We've heard from people. We were trying to help them out in that situation, but like it Patreon was just kind of a mess. It was more user friendly, but it's Ko-Fi is just the
is
way to
true.
go for artists if it is one of those things where you can. We just are happy to connect with our fans.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but like Ko-Fi is definitely like a much newer platform, but it is designed in a similar way to something such as Patreon. But as you said, it definitely helps the artist and whatnot more. It
I have
doesn't take as much
no
money.
idea if it's newer.
I've
but-
heard of it. I heard of it like a while back, but it was still like its beginning phases. Still had a ton of bugs and whatnot. But it seems like it's really grown over the years.
Yeah.
So if it's finally turned into something good, which sounds like it has, honestly, this is going to be great because it offers essentially like all the same things, but is kind of more beneficial to the people participating.
Yeah, the whole concept behind Ko-Fi or coffee, however it's pronounced.
I believe it's Ko-Fi, but they were inspired, I'm assuming, by someone like me who just can't get
Yes.
enough.
So the idea is that you donate a certain amount, and that gets like the band or whoever you're supporting like this amount of coffees. It
Let's
pays for this
go!
amount of coffees. That's what they compare it to is how many coffees it buys. So it's a really cool thing, but. We have a lot of cool behind-the-scenes content on Ko-Fi that we've, excuse me, been able to share.
There will be more.
Yeah, there's
Much
really
more.
cool things like new series coming up from the three of us, behind-the-scenes content, more fun photos. It's just a lot of things that we're kind of doing consistently, and new features that we've even added that we didn't even have on Patreon. So.
Nice. So, I know you guys got the one new song coming out. You guys got anything else? Is there plan for like a much larger release or?
Yeah, so the plan for 2025, I say this loosely because it just kind of really depends on how the year goes and money. But we are hoping to at least release 1 to 2 more singles this year.
At least.
At least.
At least.
If
So-
possible, we would gladly do more. Because, I mean, we've definitely got more than that written. It's just
Oh yeah.
a matter
It's
of
just a
time
matter-
and money. At this
Time and
point.
money at this point. We're just trying to get in there and get to the studio, get writing, kind of things like that. So we've got some cool things coming up. We've talked about doing a album fundraiser show, which we may do in the future. People can keep an eye out for. But things like that, we're already in the process of booking some shows too. So there's gonna be that, and this is just the start to coming back. So
Yes.
we're excited. We're excited.
Excited too.
So Riker, you looked like you wanted to say something there, and I think I cut you off.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna make a joke of how we're gonna clip that part to, for the promo, so we can hold you to your word on that one.
Do it. Do it.
Oh, that's always the one thing about live interviews. They never forget.
Can't get away from it.
Yep.
It's true.
And plus, with us, you just never know what we're gonna ask you. But like
love
we
that.
we
Keep on
like
your
to
toes.
make it awkward. So
Yep.
I was like, you've already gotten all the questions, like the first 2 or 3 interviews that we've done with you. Now it's like time to get real deep, right?
Hey, remember,
Exactly.
awkward makes it memorable.
Yes.
It'll stick with you. So there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, because bad memories are the ones that stick in your brain the most.
It's true. It's true.
Well, hopefully this isn't a bad experience.
Exactly. I don't
It'll
want
be
that.
a good bad memory.
Where at the end of this, we're either gonna be like, meh, you're like one of your favorite bands, or kind of like, oh, cool, they're actually kind of awesome.
Boycott RTD.
Yeah, I like that.
Or, oh my goodness, they're such dorks.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
No, that is a very ask a lot.
Which is why you fit in with us.
We are pretty
Absolutely.
weird, especially Logan, but we are pretty weird.
And
Fair
for anyone
point.
that's watching on Facebook right now, if you want to throw some questions in the chat, we'll go ahead and throw it at these guys and see if we can make them cry or whatever. Which, by the way, speaking of chat, Jennifer Patterson's watching, and she said that you guys are great people and she loves you guys. So
I love
Aw.
you, Jen.
Right back at you, Jen. You're awesome.
She's amazing. That is one amazing human being right there. I
Yes,
love Jen.
indeed.
I love Jen.
She is pretty awesome.
So what else have you guys had going on? I mean, I know you guys have been busy recently. Like, I got to tell you, I mean, before you get into what you guys have been doing, I've loved seeing how active you guys have been because, like, we've seen nothing from Logan for like months, and all of a sudden I'm starting to see him pop up on my feed. Haven't seen anything from you guys, and all of a sudden it's like I open up Facebook, open up Instagram, and all I'm seeing is Marcus and Becca. I'm like, yes, they are back. Like, that's exciting for people that enjoy your music and know you personally. It's exciting to see you guys are back.
Life kind of hit us in the face, so it was kind of one of
Like,
those
right
things.
there.
Yeah, a couple times right here, right here, broken, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure, though.
That which, by the way, the last seizure I had last year also broke my nose, so that was wonderful.
2 for 2 now.
Yeah, 2 for 2 now.
for two.
So that was it's always like either right before tour or right after, and it's just one or the other.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
this time I actually got through the tour before I like broke my nose.
It wasn't anywhere near as bad this time.
Yeah, no. But it's always a fun thing, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of used to it at this point.
It was kind of expected this time.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But it made it for a lot more interesting of an experience. But no, I think we're just really excited to be back too. I mean, this has kind of been something we've been anticipating for months now. I mean, even since we went last year, we actually went to record Hope Remains for my birthday last year
True.
in San
Shout out
Antonio.
to Corey. I love you, dude. I don't know if you see this, but like,
Corey
you
Brunneman.
rock.
So
He is the goat.
yeah,
Dude's awesome.
So he took the music production part, all that, and then I went in to get my vocals vocally produced, with Corey Brunneman in San Antonio, Texas, and of course Zana was there coaching me.
That was a fun trip too.
It was
That was
great. If you need a vocal coach, obviously I'm one, but Zana's really gonna kick your butt in the studio.
That's true.
and
Unless you're Logan. She
gets
loves
good
Logan.
results. Good results.
Oh, you should have seen it. So I did some vocal tracking on the song too, and though Becca obviously did way more than I did, but you should have seen just the comparison of how she was coaching Becca versus how she was coaching me. For me, it was like, "You got it, Logan. Good job, buddy." For Becca's like, "Becca, you get in there. You record that song." It was pretty funny.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean that's more because obvious I'm not like holding it overlooked. I'm more of an experienced vocalist, so
Yeah.
she expects a
Yeah.
little bit more
So
out of
you've
me.
taken coaching from her
You know,
longer, so she
and
knows how hard she
exactly.
can push you. In it,
Exactly.
too.
And I honestly I welcome that. I kind of ask her to do that. I'm like, push me as hard as you can, because
She got good results.
my very first
Very good
EP
results.
that I ever recorded.
Oh my goodness!
And it is somewhere
I
floating.
need to find it for them.
No.
I don't
Yes,
even think
please.
I've heard it, to be honest.
It is floating
Please.
somewhere in off in YouTube land. I don't want anybody to find out.
Since you have said that, somebody's gonna do it. You know that, right?
Well, okay, it's not on YouTube. I retract my statement.
She does not. It's been recorded. It's
We're
in
doing
there.
some deep
Um,
diving.
Promo.
Let
There
me
you
just
go.
say
Promo.
that I did not have a vocal producer for that, and you know, that was one of the things that was like, I know for RTD stuff, I have to have a vocal producer to push me, and if it's a word, even just one word that I'm not saying how I should,
They
it's
gotta call you out on it.
you know, it's so important for vocals in the studio to get everything how you want it to sound. And
From like a
so,
mixing perspective or a production perspective, all of it really. Never fix it in post. Get everything as perfect as possible
Mm-hmm.
at the very beginning. The source material, singing individual words perfectly. You got to get it as good as you possibly can for the best result. Everything else is just icing on the cake. You have to get the source material just right.
And I tell all my vocal students that, all of them, you know, and because there's a lot of my students that come to me, they actually come to me for, like, they're about to record their songs and stuff, and I'll even like be on a session with them when they're recording, and I'll be like, okay, hey, let's re-record that line and sing it a different way. So it's like really in-depth stuff, you know, that we go for. But yeah, that's
the
the
good
reason
stuff.
why she pushed me so hard. And honestly, I'm so glad she did, because the way that Hope Remains came out was fantastic.
Dude, that's where the magic happens. Like,
honestly.
that's where
Oh,
it
yeah.
gets good.
Honestly, I'm so stoked about it. That song is just so like,
As Logan said, it's a banger.
it's a banger, but it was a very emotional song for me even to write.
Ooh, hey,
so
you remember that one time that we actually like teased it live, and you hear somebody in the video is like, "Ooh, scary."
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. So I mean, granted,
I don't remember
it's
that at all.
changed since then, but like it was different enough. And granted, it's got all these layers and stuff, like a little bit of an orchestral vibe at one point. And someone in the car was like, "Oh, scary." So I was like, "Yeah,
Well,
this is awesome."
There was a time we did play it.
I think just once, but that was like the demo version that we played.
No,
live.
we played it live for the very
We-
first time.
We
and,
played it live a couple times,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
that's
but
right, that's right.
it's changed a bit since then.
Oh yeah,
It's
but
lower
we
and
played
more
it
nasty
live
now.
one time, and the very first time we played it, I know there was a girl in the audience, and she came up to me after the show, and she said, "I felt like you were staring into my soul." Actually, I think
You
it
should've
was
told her you
the
were.
show that you guys were at, the Danger Room show. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
was, it was that
Oh,
same
yeah.
show.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
fun. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was the
That
one.
was a good show.
the same show we did. Hope Remains live for the first time.
You should have told her you were looking into her soul just to see what happened.
I thought about it.
I would have said it.
I thought about it.
Well, I just got to tell you, Jennifer said that she is now on the hunt to find that vocal track, and she will share it across all social media. So, Jennifer, when you have it, send it to me.
Bands, they're gonna go digging. You know that, right?
I need to like remove all of my past.
Or are you gonna like bribe her to not do it?
past bands at this point?
Um,
So who right now, obviously you guys have been working with, in the past I've worked a lot with people like Zana and have been influenced through the years by different people. You're writing music right now. Who is influencing your music right now?
my
Coffee. Okay, let me be more specific. That was my bad. No.
No, you're good.
What creators, what other music and musicians are currently influencing your music?
See, that's a really hard one for me. I write a lot of the like instrumentation and whatnot, and I'm incredibly ADD, especially when it comes to like music and whatnot. If it's like music, martial arts, or video games, I'm like hyper focused into it, but extremely ADD at the same time.
Sure.
So I can't pick one or two or three. It's probably gonna be like all over the place. Um, I'm trying so hard to think like of anything at the moment. I know the most recent one, the demo that I sent to you guys like a couple days ago, that had the little Easter egg in it. That was just amazing, and
Oh.
it touches my heart
Mm.
in a knocked loose sort of way.
Oh,
Um,
yep.
Yeah, so Knocked Loose, I would say, is inspiring a little bit of some of the newer stuff, but there's like a little sprinkle of Linkin Park in some of them. I mean, there was a little touch of like Baby Metal
Sometimes
and
the
Meshuggah
samples
and some of the earlier ones.
that you
Like,
send, I just
It's
shake
amazing,
my head
okay?
at and just keep
It's
watching.
great. But I mean, I've been listening to like a lot of
You still get it, Becca,
Addictions. I'll
gosh.
occasionally pull out some Silent Planet. I love their atmospheric work, so I'll keep little bits of that throughout here. Y'all know I'm a sucker for like some good atmospheric tones, especially like really clean stuff on a verse and nasty parts in the chorus. It just feels good. I like a very stark contrast. So any kind of band that does that, I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, and I'll try to pull something from it. So hopefully that answers a little bit. That and like I said, the coffee. Getting slightly over caffeinated will get the brain going, and I'll just sit down and see what comes out.
How can you tell? What cup of coffee are you on?
Right now, 2, but I'll probably finish the pot.
That's it, too?
I don't-
I'm on like
So this
6
is about
for the
3
day.
times the caffeine of a normal cup of
I'm
coffee.
pretty sure you had coffee this morning too.
Did I?
Yes.
I'll take your word for it.
Guy used to drink like a pot a
No,
day.
no. I used to drink 4 pots a day.
That's true.
Gee
That's not an
whiz.
exaggeration. That's not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
I moved away from that. So less pots, but stronger coffee.
I like it.
So it's better.
Honestly, yeah. If you watch the video that we released on Ko-Fi, Death Wish, it's super strong, but it's not bitter.
Yeah.
It's very smooth.
So he actually has a series that we do on Patreon/Ko-Fi because we were doing it on Patreon, but we continued it on. It's Coffee Talks with Captain Coffee because he used to call himself.
That was my gamer tag forever ago.
Captain Coffee.
Yeah.
And it's all about coffee. So he just
True.
like on his series, he actually just like reviews different types of coffee and different brands and things like that, and then
And
he just
talk.
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty much what the series is called. Yeah, it's word for word.
Talking with coffee.
So, Becca, I know, what was it? A couple years ago, you
I need
released
just a moment. Sorry.
Sorry.
a solo song. Is there any plans to do more?
I'm sorry, we have a
I
little
love
one
you.
that just
A surprise
Hey,
guest.
buddy.
surprise guest.
Eli, hi, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
It's bedtime, baby.
All right, go to bed. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, go
So-
talk to Gigi, okay?
I know. What was it? Like a couple years ago, you released your solo song. Is there any plans to do more?
For solo songs?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a
that'd be
great
fun.
question. As of right now, I've been like
As
kind
our
of-
producer, there's nothing yet.
There's nothing yet, but
That'd be awesome, though.
I have a couple songs on the back burner that I'm kind of working on. I think really where my solo stuff is, that was like a main project while he was gone, and I think for that time, the Unexpected tour and everything, God had really had me focus on that. But now that he's back and things are happening, RTD is kind of like my main focus right now. And then moving that along. But, you know, if God decides to bring out some other songs, then I'll just, you know, we'll
We'll make
see
it
what
happen.
happens. We'll make it happen, you know?
So the same kind of thing that happened for that first one, it just kind of came to her and was like, hey, we gotta get this recorded. Boom. Within 24 hours, we had it recorded. So if she ever wants to make it happen, we've got this little area here, and we'll make it work.
Which
We'll get some
honestly
stuff out.
is kind of how I felt with Hope Remains. When I wrote that one, it was almost like in one night.
Oh, the lyrics and all, yeah.
With the lyrics.
Dude, they were
and
cool, too.
that just the story about that alone is just crazy. But I mean, and then we kind of took it and did like one co-writing session with Andrew Stanton from Disciple, just to kind of you know, patch things up and make sure everything was like, all right, we can replace a couple words here, make it you know.
I miss that dude. We need to go get Thai food with him again at some point.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was so good.
It was yeah, it was a process, but honestly, didn't have to change much because Hope Remains was just it was kind of just
It
like
just kinda
built up
clicked.
itself. It just clicked.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it was really good.
It's definitely a, well, would you say it's a different kind of vibe for us?
Yeah, I feel like the RTD that you guys got in Psalms is now like we're kind of moving into a darker direction. But
Musically speaking.
musically
of course.
speaking, yeah.
So as
I
I've
like
teased in
it.
a couple of videos, unfortunately I don't have a 6-string guitar at the moment. I say unfortunately because I want to go back and keep playing our old previous stuff, and I'm going to make that happen. I will. But I've got a 7-string that's too.
You do have
really
that 6-string baritone guitar of mine still, I think.
I know, but if I tune that up to like drop C, I feel like I might like snap the neck.
Oh yeah.
I love
yep,
your guitar.
yeah, okay.
I don't want to take a chance of damaging it. So I don't have anything that can currently tune to the tunings of the old songs where it works. But my 7-string is all the way down in drop E. So it's really,
yeah.
really low. And we're putting some of the new songs way down there, and it just sounds really heavy and just different, dark, kind of brutal. Like I said, for one of the demos that we put together recently, it's got a knocked loose kind of vibe. Part of it's because the strings in the demo are very dead, so it lacks clarity. But it just sounds like a wall of vicious, aggressive sound having fun in your face.
For you.
Oh, yeah.
Thumbs up from me.
Yeah.
And
up
we
and take my
got
money.
someone in the chat. Jeffrey Reynolds says that you guys are his favorite band, and he loves the fact that you guys are on here being interviewed.
Oh, that's
Dude,
awesome.
thank you.
Thank you
You're
so
awesome, Jeffrey.
So, and I just want to say that Becca, when you were here doing your tour, you're doing your solo tour with Zana, I just want to thank you for that, because when you were up here, the day that you were here was probably the hardest day that I have had. That was right after I lost my dad, and I was not going to go to that show. I literally texted Jeremy and said, I'm sorry, I can't make it. And he's like, bro, just come and have fun. Just come and enjoy yourself. And the fact that you and Zana and Kat after the show like stayed late and prayed with me, that meant so much to me. I mean, I can't tell you how much I appreciate not only you, but all three of you. Like, all three of you, I consider dear friends. And I just want to thank you for caring about me.
I think
Yeah, definitely did.
Absolutely. That's the whole reason we do this
Yeah.
stuff.
It's I think the thing I had this conversation with our Ko-fi members last night, and in this, I don't know if it's been the entire season, but I think it's been in honestly my entire life. I think we can all attest to God really pulling us in uncomfortable situations.
Oh, it's where you grow, yeah.
And that's where you grow. But being in one of those things where I even had this moment happen this weekend where
Oh, my goodness.
I was filling in on electric guitar for another church, and that was about 40 minutes away, and I was visiting, and after we got off doing the first 2 worship songs, I got down, went into the bathroom, heard a girl crying, came out, sat in the lobby, just watched, I was just kind of minding my own business, and I just heard the voice of God say, go back in there. And I did, and I saw this girl come out. She was texting me, and then,
She was texting you?
or not texting me, she was texting.
Shocker.
Shut up. Terrible at explaining things.
I know, it's okay. We
But
love
I
you.
go back out, and then
quirky and
a
cute.
few minutes later, pass by, and this girl the same girl comes and sits on the couch behind me in the lobby while the sermon is playing on the TV, and I'm like thinking, okay, cool, like she's by herself, maybe hopefully she's doing better, and then all of a sudden the voice comes again, like, go talk to her. And it was one of these, like, she's going through a breakup, and I was like, I don't even go here. You had one of those Mean Girls moments, like, I don't go here. What? Like, but I ended up going over to talk to her and stranger, and you know what? All I can do is hope and pray that God used that moment just to, minister to her It wasn't anything like glorious. I'm like, I'm gonna sit and pray over you. It was just a hi. Just want to make sure you're okay.
You gave
kind
her
of
a
thing.
brief moment of encouragement, and that can change a person's
And
life.
that's
so
what I'm saying.
never belittle that stuff.
I think
That's good things.
I think it's one of those things where we have to be the same people in and out of seasons. So even though we aren't on stage sharing the gospel and talking about people right now necessarily, still living like that in our daily lives, like just going about. And that's really kind of like what I talked about with our Ko-Fi members. And that's, it was like that night when it was just like, hey, I want to pray over Jason and Jeremy and talk with you guys and everything. And, sometimes you're like, I really don't know if I have the words to pray over somebody. Just let God use you, it can be scary, but that's the next step. So I appreciate you sharing that, it means a lot because sometimes we don't always see the seeds that are planted, so it's really nice to hear.
Well, and what was it, a few months ago when you had called me, Becca, to talk about possibly doing an album release show and getting me and Jason down there. You and I had kind of a similar conversation, and I was dealing with some stuff, and you prayed with me over the phone, and I had just been having a rough time with my wife and everything else, and you kind of walked with me for that moment, and I got the phone and was bawling my eyes out because I'm like, okay, God, you see me in that moment. So,
You're
and
gonna make me cry. Stop it. Because sometimes I just forget about these things. Like I have my friends sometimes remind me that I'm just like, hey, I randomly just do that stuff, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. They're like, you remember when you said this? And I was like, no.
Well, that's why we love doing the show, because it shows people that may not know you guys. It shows the impact that you have on people. That's why I love doing this. They see you for you, just not, the lead singer up there screaming in the microphone, or, the princess with his hair flying behind him. I'm not going to let you live it down, Logan.
Or the bald guy with no hair falling.
Or the bald guy.
Right.
Yeah. Like, they see the actual people. That's why I love doing this show. Because you guys do
just
make
as
an
awkward
impact.
off stage as I am on stage.
Yep.
No,
Yes,
I don't even
you
have
are.
to say that. Everybody already knows.
Yep.
We were at a photo shoot Friday night, and every time. So Jeanette Kendall now, but she still goes by Jeanette Yoder for photography.
Yep.
Because that's her maiden name. Because I always called her the Yoda of photography. That was my nickname for her.
Dude, that was a blast.
She
though.
has
That was a lot of
done
fun.
so many photo shoots for me over the years, including my own wedding photos, and my maturity photos, everything. So, among a lot of the photo shoots, I think almost every single one, Jeanette always says, "Becca, quit being awkward once." This time, I did not hear it once. So,
It's okay. We said it for her.
yeah, it's okay. But it's okay to be awkward. It's okay.
It makes things more
Just
fun.
be yourself.
On an ever
That's
so
what it
slightly
is.
more serious note, I genuinely appreciate you guys giving the reminders like that. Because granted, it's not intentional that we do these things for the sake of making ourselves feel good or whatever. We're doing it trying to be genuine and whatnot. But oftentimes you don't see the fruit of the seeds that you plant. So being shown some of that, being like, oh hey, look, this made a little bit of a difference in someone. It brightened their day or it helped them through a hard time. I didn't know that. That's a great feeling. So I'm glad that these things have helped you guys, and I appreciate you helping fill us back up just by kind of letting us know things that have happened. That's really cool. I love that.
I think the biggest thing to think about too is that it's just encouraging to hear your guys' stories as well, along with just about what Hope Remains even was about. Having just the title, obviously it's called Hope Remains, all right. But when you first hear the song kick in, when it will release, it's talking about a lot of negativity. Oh, now you're making this up.
Jason's got the same one.
That's what I'm talking about.
But with the song, it's really talking. So to kind of give you a little bit of a backstory, it was about a time where I actually almost committed suicide. I had a gun in my hand for about 15 minutes and just was like, I'm about ready to just end it right here. And it was like the devil was on one shoulder, the angel was on the other. Three voices. I was like, I'm tired. You should do it. And the other voice is like, no, there's still some hope that remains. You still need to go and continue your life. And so that the song really balances the three voices. And so, you know, at that day I ended up kind of like going for a jog, and it started to like rain and lightning as I was going out.
I can remember that, yeah.
And I just
That storm
kept
popped
thinking
up
to
quick.
myself, I'm not ready to die. You know, I still have to watch my son grow up, everything like that. And I just sprinted back home. And that's kind of the resolve of the song. But when you guys hear it, you'll kind of be able to kind of get more of that when it comes out. But, you know, just all the positive things is that, you know, through all this, it's all God. All of it. It just all connects to God. And
I mean, he's the only reason we're able to keep going.
exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's the only reason I'm not 6 feet under. Like,
Same,
for
if
real
we're being
though.
real.
I
Same.
think a lot of us can say that.
Yeah.
Yep. I
For
do.
sure. So I want to touch on maybe a sensitive subject, but what are you guys doing about a drummer? Like, you guys are a three-piece right now. What are you doing about drums?
Not too sensitive. We're pretty open about it. So, if you guys follow on Ko-Fi, you can actually see the blog of what kind of what happened with Tristan. And so we have a blog posted there. But for right now, we are just sticking to 3 members, full-time members. Me, Logan, and Trey, Marcus, whatever you want to call him. I call him Babe.
I call him Trey Stiff sometimes.
But we are gonna just have a bunch of different fill-in options for shows. So you'll probably see some familiar faces and maybe some brand new ones come out to
Yo.
help us out.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm
So,
sorry for some of them for the kick parts I've written in a couple of the demos. They have to be tight, and their legs have to be nice and conditioned, because some of those little bits are gonna make it lock up if they're not careful.
Time changes.
Not just that. There's not been a ton of that. Although I'm getting back to that. I do like making it a little funky, but just I've been trying to add some more like double bass, and, like intricate patterns and whatnot, just to kind of spice it up a bit, make it more fun. But obviously that requires more control and more conditioning when
At
it's
least it's not
faster.
mathcore.
Oh no, I'm not that good at stuff. I can't do that. I don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. They'll definitely get a leg workout for sure.
well, if you guys ever make it up here to Michigan to play, I happen to know a drummer that'd be willing to fill in. I'm not going to mention Riker's name, but I know a pretty fantastic
drummer.
drummer.
Cannot do double bass. I should just point this out.
Yet.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I can't do it very well either, but I can program it with a mouse.
There you go.
I just
Literally everyone that comes on is like, we're looking for a drummer. I'm like, have you met my friend Riker? So
I mean, it's I think it's just like a pandemic of this, because you know how many churches I've come across, like
I was the drummer at my church for a while.
I know.
And then at a different church for a while.
filling at
and then at a
churches
different church
and
for a
people
while.
bringing me in to play drums. I'm like, now you must be desperate, okay? Like, I know like 3 fills on drums, and I can play the most simplistic stuff. But yeah, I just stick to the stringed instruments.
Hey, if it works, it works.
So
very nice. Well, I mean, unfortunately, we are quickly running out of time. Is there anything that you would like to? I know. Is there anything you want to share with the Rock for Him listeners and viewers before we get ready to close out? If you could tell them anything, what would you want them to know about you guys?
I actually thought about that.
Logan,
I don't eat pizza with pineapples on it.
Yes.
Get off my show.
Yes.
Oh no!
I respect that you, as an adult, can have that opinion yourself, and I will continue to eat pizza with pineapple.
You're fired.
There you go.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. See, me and Logan are being considerate. We understand now that you guys like pineapple on pizza, so we would rather bless you guys with more pineapple instead of take it for ourselves.
Exactly.
There we go.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna buy that. Anyways.
Because you said that, we need to make a Circle of Life T-shirt with pizza, where one side has pineapple and one side does not.
Called the Great Divide.
Great divide. Oh, well.
New demo coming up soon.
ChatGPT. Here we go. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No. I have to say, I think a lot of what we've said is already been said, but we're just excited for this new season. We're excited to be back. We felt like in this period of where God says, be still, and you're just like, oh, I just want to be out there. But you wait for his timing and not your own, and that's the whole point of it. So now that we're finally getting back out, it's so exciting and so refreshing to see and get new music out to you guys, and really kind of look at life from a different perspective than we were looking at it from 3 years ago.
We'll look at it from the perspective of someone who does eat pineapple on pizza.
So anyway, if you want to see any of that foolishness, you can go check it out on Ko-Fi. That's the best way to support us. Is
buy
Ko-Fi.
Me a Ko-Fi?
Yeah, buy a Ko-Fi. Yeah, whatever. Just kind of stay tuned, because we're going to be releasing over the next month and a half. We're going to be kind of releasing some cool stuff along with Hope Remains, some merchandise, new merch, and things like that. But we're just excited.
It looks really cool too.
Get stuff.
I'm actually excited about this.
Yeah, we're excited to just get stuff back out to the fans. Honestly,
plus getting to talk with you guys, like some of the other stuff we've done. It's not just exciting, but it's encouraging too. I'm pumped to make more content for things. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I know you're excited for it, Logan. You can't control yourself.
This
You've
is
just been talking so much today.
This is what happened.
I mean, he just looks like he's going to explode there.
This is what happens when I talk to people I'm comfortable with.
Well, you're also talking to everybody on Facebook Live.
I'm comfortable with them. I love you guys.
This is what happens when he has too much coffee.
I haven't had enough yet.
Anyways, yeah, I think honestly that's it. I mean, besides our usual slogan, keep the hope alive and reclaim the day. I mean, that's usually what we live by. Is just, we're all about hope. And I know it sounds cheesy, but I mean, what was Jesus all about? I mean, if it weren't for Jesus coming into this world and dying for our sins, we would have no hope. So, because we'd all be destined to die. So, why not get that message out to other people? So
it's good to be reminded that the price has already been paid in full.
Absolutely.
And we are not strong enough to undo that, regardless of what we try.
True. All right. So, you guys know we love to pray on this show. How can we be praying for you guys? Obviously, we're going to be praying for the release of the new song. That's a given. How else can we pray for you?
Just be praying for the financial backing, for sure. Yeah. We've definitely been going through a tough time. I mean, it hasn't everybody in this economy, but then also just my family and the health of myself too, and a lot of different things are just happening, and life is kind of taking a crazy turn. So just that's definitely a big way to be helping us and praying for us.
Oh yeah. Finances and just making stuff happen. Yep.
Absolutely. Logan, how can we pray for you, brother?
like I guess God. I'd always be reminded and remember that God's always there for me, and that He's always holding me up.
All right. I am writing that down. And you know what, Riker, will you pray us out of here?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for the opportunity to talk with Reclaim the Day tonight. I thank you for their ministry just in general, but also in our lives personally. I know they mean a lot to us here on the show. So yeah, I thank you a lot for them and their music and their heart and passion. I pray for them as a band right now. Provide for them financially, that they'd be able to get in the funds that they need to make their music, that it would be, rewarding, that their hard work would be founded, and that they would have, financial backing there. I pray that you would continue to help them through the ups and downs of crazy life turns and decisions and all the emotions and feelings that come into play. Please uphold them, keep them strong in their faith, strong in their desire to minister to your people, and to use their music as a ministry to spread your word, spread the gospel. I pray all this in your son Jesus' name. Amen.
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 I just want to thank you guys for coming on. Like, Becca, as soon as you said, hey, when do you guys have time open? I'm like, Jeremy, we have Monday open. I'm sending it. So, like,
He did too.
You did respond pretty quickly. I was like, wow, that was quick. I didn't expect that. Yeah.
listen, you guys were like, I'm coming back. What days you guys have open? Monday. So, so thank you guys for coming on, and thank you for making it happen so quick.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you for having us.
Yeah, we love you guys.
absolutely
We're just
love
glad
you
that we
guys.
could share the announcement with you guys, and we're stoked that we can just partner with you guys for some of these releases that we've been partnering with you guys. It's been amazing. So
It's
Absolutely, it's really good to see you guys again. Riker, it's
Absolutely.
nice to like meet you. You know,
It was
Yeah.
super
Definitely.
great to meet
Person,
you
yeah.
guys.
Definitely.
well, I know you guys aren't actually playing at KCF this year, but Riker and I will be there.
We might be
So.
there though.
well, yeah, I think what we plan to do. So our son,
It is local for us.
Our son is a huge Matt Moore fan.
That's true.
I
That
don't
is
know
true.
how. I think I know how that ended up, but still. So we are we are going to be definitely taking Eli to KCF this year, and
To
I
see
think
one of his favorite artists.
I think it was great to have the year off and to be able to just go ahead and take my son to this full festival, and just to be able to go as a concert goer this year. So that's nice.
You know where to find me.
Oh yeah, we'll be there.
Hey, I'm just glad you're having a table this year. That's great.
Yeah, we've talked about it in previous years, but it's only been me and my wife that have ever gone down, and we decided this year we're just gonna go ahead and set it up. And Chris said, absolutely, set it up. We'd love to have you do one. So
Jason, you're not going to be there this year?
My, I'll tell you after the show why I won't be there. So,
So
I'll
bad
tell you.
excuse. I
Nope.
get it.
nope, I'll tell you.
I'm just
So
kidding.
you can't leave after the show. You got to give me a minute. So, anyways, for those watching and listening, I just want to thank you for joining us, guys. We love you guys. Thank you for coming on, Riker, Jeremy. This is one of my favorite days of the week. I love this.
Yep.
For those watching and listening, remember, if you're gonna rock for him. Have a good night.
If you like what you saw today, hit the subscribe and like button down below, and don't forget to share it to all your friends. Also, leave us a comment down below. If you're gonna rock for him.